Hello, Noah. This is Kelsi, your reading buddy, here with another story for you today. I hope you're having a really great day. Today, I have my son here with me. His name's Joshua, and he is 7. And he helped me pick out this story. We thought you might like it. It's called Blackout. And I wonder if you have ever heard of that word blackout before, and if you know what that means. Usually, that's when something happens and the lights don't work and everything goes dark. So it's called a blackout. So if you look in this picture here, I wonder if that's what happened, because you see these candles and all the light coming from those candles. So I wonder if there's something that happened that maybe the electricity went out or the lights don't work for some reason. So we'll have to see, won't we? This is Blackout by Anne Harth. Brian loved Friday nights. His favorite shows were on. "It's almost time," Mom called from her office. "Have you put your plate in the dishwasher?" That's a really important job, right? To make sure you clean up your place and get your plate put away after you eat. "Yes." Brian plopped onto the couch. Well, good job, Brian. He did it. He turned on the TV. The ads were still on. Dad's power saw buzzed in the garage. I bet that was loud. Brian turned up the sound. He watched as a dancing orange sang about vitamin C. Suddenly, the TV turned off. The lights went out. Ruh-roh. The dishwasher and the power saw stopped. It was dark and quiet. "Mom!" Brian yelled. "I'm here, Bri." So look, the lights did go out. I wonder why that happened. Dad came in from the garage. "The whole street is dark," he said. "There must be an electricity line down." He shone a flashlight into the room. Crazy shadows jumped across the walls. Oh, can you imagine? "What about my shows?" Brian said. Dad sat down next to Brian. "You can't watch TV without electricity." Brian crossed his arms. "Now there's nothing to do." Well, I wonder if that's something you would say, no, if there was no TV, there would be nothing to do. I bet my son Josh would say something like that. Mom sat on Brian's other side. "I can't do any work without my computer. And I can't finish the table without my saw," said Dad. Brian thought for a minute. "Can we play a game?" Mom stood up. "I'll get the matches. Brian, can you get the candles?" Dad handed Brian the flashlight. "They're in the bottom drawer." "I'll get the games," Dad said. Well, this sounds fun. Let's see. Brian found 6 candles. He and Mom put them in holders on the kitchen table. Mom lit them. "It looks great," Brian said. "This must be what it was like 100 years ago." It probably was, before there was electricity in all of our homes. Can you even imagine? Probably. Dad put a stack of games on the table. He still held one behind his back. "What else did you bring?" Brian stood up and peeked around Dad. Dad pulled out a bright red box with a roller coaster on the front. He put it next to the others. "That's my favorite," Brian yelled. "I thought you hated that game." "I don't hate it. It just takes a long time to set up. I guess we have a long time now, don't we? Brian smiled. He opened the box. Suddenly, the lights and the TV came on. The dishwasher started. Brian blinked. It was loud. It was bright. He looked at his mom and dad. Can we still play? Mom turned off the dishwasher. Brian turned off the TV. And Dad turned off the lights. I love Friday nights, Brian said. They played. Well, how neat. I don't know about you, but my family, we love playing games together. That's one of the things that we have been doing a lot in these past few months. As we've spent a lot more time at home, we're playing all kinds of games. So I could see how that would be fun. And sometimes when things get really busy, you forget how much fun that could be to play games together. So if you haven't done that with your family, maybe you should think about a good game that you could play and have some fun together. All right, so now we have some comprehension questions here we're going to read and figure out if we can see what the answers might be. The first one, what caused Brian's dad to think the cause of the blackout was a downed electricity line? Let's see. I believe I remember from when Brian's dad came in from the garage. Let's see, it's dark. Oh, here he is with the flashlight, right? This is when Dad came in. Dad came in from the garage. The whole street is dark, he said. There must be an electricity line down. So why did he think that? Well, from this clue right here, the whole street is dark. So he was thinking, well, if it was just our house, then maybe it was just a problem with our house. But since all of the lights on the whole street were off, then there must have been something with the electricity line to cause all of the houses who were using that electricity to have a problem. So that's a really good question. That's a pretty interesting one, I think. Number 2, what did Brian's family do as a result of the blackout? Let's see. Well, they did a few things, right? A few different things, but I think they had one primary idea, which was when Brian said and thought for a minute, can we play a game? So we know that they did end up playing a game, and a couple things happened too. Mom got the matches. Brian, can you get the candles? So Brian got the candles. And Dad, I'll go get the games, Dad said. So they all did those things. They got their candles, they lit their candles. And then eventually, they decided, hey, let's play this roller coaster game, which is Brian's favorite. So they played a game, right? And then they did all those steps with the matches and the candles and the flashlight and the games to get the game ready. How did the blackout affect Brian? Okay, so this might be more of an opinion question where we have to maybe take our best guess or our best idea. I think let's maybe go back to first at the blackout, because if you look, he looks pretty sad here, don't you think? And at first he was kind of frustrated, I think, because he said, what about my shows? Because he really had this special show he was trying to watch at a special time. And he couldn't watch that. And you see here, Brian crossed his arms and said, now there's nothing to do. So if you can imagine that, that's probably a pretty grumpy or pretty frustrated Brian. And that was a result of the blackout and the TV shutting off. But if we looked at the end, right, look at that big smile. So I wonder if towards the end, look, so happy. Towards the end here, it looks like Brian really had a good time. And then when the lights came on, he said, can we still play? So he, even though the lights were back on, he really wanted to still play the game. So I think at the end, he kind of was happy to have the blackout because that gave them a chance to play a game. And he forgot all about that TV show. So I think that's pretty cool. He had a change of heart. So I think that might be a good way to describe how the blackout affected Brian. All right. Well, I think that was a pretty good story. Hopefully, Noah, you enjoyed it, and Josh, hopefully you enjoyed it. So take a look at this one, Noah, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great day. Bye.